Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. There is a major update in the Idaho College murders case. Brian Kohberger, the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students in 2022, has reportedly accepted a plea deal to avoid the death penalty. The trial had been scheduled to begin in August. Kohberger was arrested at his parents' home in Albrightsville, Carbon County, in late December 2022. He faces 4 counts of first-degree murder after the brutal stabbing deaths of 4 students inside an off-campus home in Moscow, Idaho. According to reports, the plea deal takes the death penalty off the table. In exchange, Kohberger will plead guilty, receive 4 consecutive life terms, and spend the rest of his life in prison without parole, while also waiving his right to appeal. A hearing is scheduled for this Wednesday. The Wilkes-Barre Township Business Administrator has voluntarily resigned amid an unspecified internal investigation. Council members were notified yesterday that longtime Township Business Administrator Michael Revitt had turned in his resignation, but it has not yet been finalized. No reason was announced. Locks were changed on the doors of the Wilkes-Barre Township Municipal Building Monday afternoon. Township Solicitor John Rogers stated that it is Township policy to restrict access when an employee resigns and a way to protect the Township and its assets. Rogers could not confirm any wrongdoing and that the investigation is ongoing. He stated that there were no state, federal, or external agencies involved and more information will be discovered as it continues. Drivers in Luzerne County take note. Pennsylvania State Police in Hazleton will be cracking down on impaired driving throughout July. Troopers plan to set up sobriety checkpoints and conduct roving DUI patrols across the southern part of the county as part of the statewide STED-D initiative, which stands for Selective Traffic Enforcement Against Drunk Driving. Their goal is to reduce alcohol-related crashes and keep roads safer. The program is a long-running effort across all Pennsylvania, using a combination of checkpoints and mobile patrols to deter impaired driving before it leads to tragedy. State police say these operations will be conducted at various times throughout the month. A ribbon cutting was held today at the Hazleton Mayor's Office for the Purple Paws Cause initiative. SPCA of Luzerne County and the Domestic Violence Department of Luzerne County teamed up to help offer resources for pets of families experiencing domestic violence. Purple Paws Cause offers boarding, vaccination, feeding, and overall care for pets for 30 days at no cost to the victims. Ensuring the safety and well-being of pets often empowers families to escape abusive situations and begin rebuilding their lives without having to abandon their animals. To get more information on the program, all calls must go through the Domestic Violence Service Center of Luzerne County at 570-823-7312. Calls can be made 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Coming up on WYLN News, road work may cause delays on Interstate 80 tomorrow. Plus, officials are warning residents of the dangers of local swimming holes. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kits. We'll be right back.
The trusted pediatric care you've come to know and love from Lehigh Valley Health Network is now being offered in a brand new, more convenient location. Now located at 1701 East Broad Street in Hazleton, our team of pediatric experts is ready to provide the comprehensive care your child deserves in a space that's built just for them. For hours or to schedule an appointment, visit lvhn.org/HazletonPeds. That's Hazleton PEDS, or call 888-402-LVHN today.
My name is Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's WYLN forecast is partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
On this week's show, Mary Halderman's going to tell her story. A lot of painful arthritis, not better from other doctors, but gentle chiropractic care makes her feel much better. So tune in the show and hear Mary's story.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Changes are underway across the Hazleton Area School District this summer. All schools will see repairs, replacements, and upgrades. The work is being funded by the $10 million the school district borrowed to fund the projects covered by its Guaranteed Energy Saving Plan, the district's general budget, and a $1 million boost from the Food Service Fund. Repairs to sidewalks are starting at several schools, with paving work planned at McAdoo-Caleres, Heights Terrace, and the Hazleton Area Career Center, where some areas are being converted into gym space. Multiple schools will also get upgrades to the cafeteria equipment. Arthur Street Elementary, the district's oldest school, is getting a new roof and air conditioning. The district is preparing to break ground on a new indoor sports center, and plans are moving forward for a new elementary school. A tractor-trailer fire was the cause of major backups westbound on I-80 Monday afternoon. Valley Fire and Rescue posted this picture of the aftermath from mile marker 252 in Sugarloaf Township. The road was closed as crews worked to clean up the scene. There is no word of any injuries. All drivers should be on the lookout for crews on I-80 as road work continues through tomorrow. Lanes will be restricted from 7:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow westbound from the 256 Nescopac-Cunningham exit to the 242 Mainville-Mifflinville exit as workers repair cracks on the road. Drivers are asked to pay attention to signs and flaggers, keep to the posted speed limit, turn on their headlights, and avoid all distractions in roadwork zones. The temperatures keep going up, and local officials are warning residents to be cautious of where they choose to cool down. Members of the Plains Township Fire and Police Departments are warning of the dangers local swimming holes can present. Swimming is permitted in state forests, but everyone should be cautious as they enter the water, especially inexperienced swimmers. There could be unseen dangers hidden beneath the surface. A 17-year-old boy drowned after jumping into a swimming hole at Seven Tubs Nature Area on Sunday. Authorities point out that it can also be dangerous for first responders to perform rescues, and that if an area is restricted and marked no trespassing, you can be cited. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, get tips on preventing car break-ins on this week's Trooper Talk Tuesday. Plus, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Montoursville Part 2. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks night guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hey! Did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another segment of Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrowski, Trooper and Public Information Officer. Today we're talking about vehicle break-ins. Now, the weather's beautiful. We're happy, we're loving this, the sun is shining, that's great. With that being said, there's gonna be more people outside, a lot of people on foot, walking around neighborhoods. What I'm here to remind you is to lock your vehicle. Lock your vehicle at all times, right? Whether you're at home and the vehicle's parked on the street in your driveway, or it's overnight, or you go to somebody's house, a friend, a family member's house, and you think it's a nice, safe development, and it very well might be, but you never know who's just cruising through or walking through that neighborhood. So anytime you are not in your vehicle, lock the doors. Keep the windows up. You could crack them a little bit. I know it's hot out, but keep the windows up the majority of the way and lock your doors. Now, also, what you don't want to do is advertise what you have inside that vehicle, whether it be electronics, expensive jewelry or clothing, anything like that. Put it under a blanket, put it in the trunk, put it in the cargo area. Just make sure you're not advertising it, because if you are advertising it, you are incentivizing, please break into my vehicle. And we don't want that. Don't show any of the goods. Keep everything hidden. Keep your vehicles locked at all times, and hopefully your vehicle won't get broken into. If for some reason it does, please call the police department that covers the jurisdiction where the crime occurred, and they could come out and do a full investigation, hopefully get your stuff back and arrest the person who did this. Also, if you notice somebody trying to get into a neighbor's vehicle, please call 911 so we can arrive at a good time and hopefully catch them in the act, arrest them, and deter them from ever doing that again. I hope this never happens to any of you. Stay vigilant. If you see something out of the ordinary, call us. It's our job to come check it out. Thanks for tuning in here on Trooper Talk Tuesday. We'll catch you next time here at WYLN.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book? One that understands the process and upholds Christian values in its business practices?
Introducing Covenant Books, an author-friendly publisher who shares your beliefs and wants to publish your story. Call us today to get a free author packet to help get you started.
We realize your book is unique, personal, and written with a higher purpose. That's the content we're looking for.
We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process with professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the industry.
Covenant distributes and sells your book online and in bookstores everywhere. We convert your book in ebook format and sell it on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and to these distributors. Our authors love us.
So if you've written a biography, a devotional, a memoir, self-help, or any genre, we can help. Be like these authors and get your book published and sold today.
Call right now for your free writer's guide.
1-800-215-3680.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
My name is Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's WYLN forecast is partly cloudy.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
After the Civil War, Montoursville became home to numerous profitable businesses. One had in fact gotten its start during the war in 1864, courtesy of former war surgeon Dr. Elias R. Carey. He would partner with William F. McFall to create lamps for horse-drawn carriages. The Carey-McFall Company would prove to be very adaptable to changing trends over time. As automobiles started replacing horse-drawn transportation around the turn of the 20th century, the company switched to making curtains for cars and trains. By the 1940s, they had switched again to making Venetian blinds. After reworking the factory during World War II to support the war effort, Carey-McFall switched from wooden products to aluminum ones, adding lawn ornaments and tools to its line. And then in 1956, President William B. Roykoff had the idea to start making aluminum Christmas trees. And although aluminum Christmas trees would not be popular with Charlie Brown, they would be for the wider American public for many years thereafter. Carey-McFall would be bought out in 1989 and moved to Montgomery. Heavy industry also took root in the late 19th century as well. The Montoursville Roller Mill stood alongside Loyalsock Creek, grinding out flour for decades. It was purchased by William Hayes in 1884 and eventually became known as the Hayes Pigco Mill after he and one of his partners. After its time as the mill came to its end in the 1920s, the complex was converted into the Walnut Lane apartment complex. From 1940 to 1950, Troop D of the Pennsylvania State Police had its headquarters in the old mill. Furniture factories have a long history in Montoursville too, aided by the area's lumber industry. The A.H. Heilman & Company Furniture Factory was originally founded in Williamsport in 1869. It moved into the former Montgomery Manufacturing Company's factory in 1888, where it pumped out maple, sycamore, mahogany, and walnut-based products. Other furniture factories in Montoursville over the years including the Crandall Bennett Porter Furniture Factory, Wolliver Brothers, and the Wilson Chair Factory. Education was also blooming in Montoursville at this time. 1870 saw the opening of the normal school in the community. Utilized to educate future teachers for elementary school, normal schools in Pennsylvania got a boost with the 1857 Normal School Act, which created 12 such districts across the state. The Montoursville branch originally stood in a former high school at the corner of Montour and Jordan Streets. It rapidly outgrew this space, and a new building was erected in 1873 to house the Normal School and Montoursville High Schools. The Normal School moved to Muncie in 1877. The first schoolhouse in Montoursville was an octagonal building that was constructed in 1816. It was arranged with a stove in the center of the room and benches along the walls. School in those days lasted through March, allowing rural students to be able to work in their farms during the height of spring plowing and planting season. The first Montoursville High School class graduated in 1894 at a ceremony held at the Tomlinson Opera House. A second high school opened on Montour Street in 1907. A third high school, built with Works Progress Administration funding, opened in 1931. Several additions were added to over the years, and in 2017, following several years of contentious debate, it was extensively renovated into an essentially new building. Montoursville Warriors football was a longtime powerhouse under legendary coach Jim Bergen. In 24 years in charge of the Warriors program, Bergen won 206 games, had 3 straight undefeated seasons, won 6 District 4 championships, and reached the 1989 PIAA Class AA state championship game. Lycoming County became a trolley nexus in the late 19th century. Montoursville would be connected to this labyrinth with the opening of the Montour Passenger Railway Company in 1897. Its tracks ran down Broad Street to Walnut Street, with a branch line going from Broad to Montour Street and Loyalsock Avenue. The trolleys extended west to Williamsport, going down 3rd Street in the city to Market Square. It cost a dime to take the trip to Williamsport, with the journey taking approximately half an hour, half the time it had previously taken by horse. Trolley service to Montoursville ended in 1924. Fittingly, Mr. and Mrs. T.F. Gann of Williamsport, who had ridden the very first trolley on the line back in 1897, had the honor of riding the very last one as well, bringing the line's story full circle. Occasionally, work on the trolley line came with unexpected hazards. On the night of October 2, 1902, Elam Bly was working the night shift at the trolley line's powerhouse. Suddenly, the door was battered down by a quintet of would-be robbers, who were intent on breaking into the powerhouse's safe. Bly quickly grabbed a gun out of his desk and fired on the intruders, hitting and killing one of the men, who would later be identified as John Gibbons of Mount Carmel. Despite being shot twice in the thigh and hip by the thieves, Bly continued firing until he ran out of ammunition. He then raced out the back door, punching out a 6th gang member who had been waiting there, and ran across the railroad tracks to the adjacent Wolliver Brothers Furniture Factory, where he blew the factory's whistle repeatedly until the authorities arrived. The thieves hastily scattered at the arrival of the law. Another gang member, Thomas Higgins, would be arrested the next day and confessed that he and his associates were part of an organized gang who had been operating robberies out of a hotel in Avondale. Their failure at the Montoursville powerhouse would be the end of their criminal enterprise. Elam Bly would have the bullet from that fateful night lodged in his hip for 9 years until it was surgically removed. He walked with a limp and was in constant pain for the remainder of his life, but was regarded as a hero by all for his efforts in stopping the attempted robbery. He died in 1930 and rests today in Watsontown's Watsontown Cemetery. The Montoursville Passenger Railway Company's tracks would also, beginning in 1898, make their way to Star Island, a then popular picnic grove. The site at the time offered guests a train ride to enjoy in their outings. Improvements were made in 1905, which included the addition of a dance hall, shooting gallery, roller skating rink, and Ferris wheel. New owners purchased the park in 1908, and the following year, Star Island's name changed to Indian Park. Its new centerpiece was the Dip-to-Dip roller coaster, which billed itself as the largest roller coaster on the East Coast, although it is not clear if this was ever actually officially verified. Indian Park's other notable attractions over the years include a carousel, baseball diamond, beach, boating, and a theater. The problem with Indian Park's location, though, was that it flooded on an almost annual basis. Eventually, by 1924, the cost of rebuilding every year became too much for the owners, who decided to close the park. Land was sold to George Nicely, who in 1937 sold 13 acres for the Indian Bible Conference. The group built a tabernacle on the land, which was disassembled in 1947 and taken to Clinton County, where it still stands today on Route 64 as the Lamar Lighthouse Camp. Indian Park was revived in 1988 as a community park and continues to serve in this function for Montoursville residents today.
Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's WYLN forecast is partly cloudy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35,